Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Celebrity Cars in this 2014 Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. Thanks for checking in with us. If you've never been to Celebrity Cars before, we're located in Las Vegas, halfway between Summerlin and Henderson, Nevada. We have this Ferrari F12 available. We just got it in. It's got just over 70,000 miles. Unbelievably attractive. The reason why the miles are so high is the owner loves this car and he couldn't stop driving it out of all the cars in his collection. So very popular car with this particular car collector. So what I'm doing here today is I'm your living, breathing condition report. I'm going to, 5-minute videos don't work anymore. You need to spend a lot of additional time. People don't want to get off the couch. They don't want to leave their office. They want to know what they're buying and not have to worry about getting on a plane and so on and so forth. So I do my very best to get up and close and personal with the condition of the paint, the wheels, the interior, some cars undercarriage. This car isn't that old. We probably won't touch on the undercarriage unless you let us know if you'd like to see underneath it. But other than that, this is overall in amazing condition for its mileage, its year. There's no curb rash on the wheels. There's no chunks taken out of the paint. There's a couple little road wear that we will go over and get down into detail with. That's why I'm here. These kinds of things you really don't see in photographs or normal 5-minute long videos. So just by chance you're interested in this car, I'd pay attention as much as you can to what I have to say as far as the overall condition of the car. You want to learn about its engine size, how many owners it has, the exact mileage. You're going to have to go to our website at celebritycars.com, go to Ferrari and click on the F12, and this car should pop up unless somebody bought it before you. Okay, let's start at the nose, shall we? Other than a few really small, there's no clear bra on the front of this car, folks, okay? So the condition of this paint is amazing for it being driven as much as it's been driven. I don't know any repaints or anything like that. All the paint seems to match to me. Nothing is jumping out. We don't have any different colors here in the grand scheme of things. They are, to me, exact same color in this light. Nothing makes me look twice at it. Silver, gray are very difficult to duplicate. So if this has been duplicated, well, bravo, nice job. So we're going for condition here. And forgive my silence every once in a while. I like to get my eyes hunkered down to observe what's going on as we look at this together. I'm going to point out things that I see that are obvious. And that's wax, so that's not obvious. Right here along this black panel, we have some normal road wear along here. I don't believe that this is bugs. These are little chips in the black plastic up here up front. Extremely mild, very difficult to see. Obviously, I'm only a foot, my face is only a foot away from this paneling area here. I wouldn't have noticed it unless I got down on the floor where I am. I'm looking at also the rest of this black panel here. It is all in very clean, barely any watermarks. I just ran my finger over one or two of them there. They're gone already. And this black panel over here on the passenger side, got a little bit of wax underneath and the same little white marks. This one looks like it might even go away. I've pinpointed the black paneling because the gray is somewhat perfect. I don't see, there's little itty, I could really sit down here, go over inch by inch and barely come up with any normal road wear. How about that? It's in super shape. What you're seeing is what I'm seeing. There might be a little mark right here. Nope, that's a bug, it's gone. See what I mean? I'm trying to find faults. This headlight has a little bit of wear in it. That's the only thing I can pick out. So if the camera lens is catching all this correctly, you would be agreeing with me right now that there's a little wear on there. Really minor. Now work the camera this way and you see that there is none. So, beautiful paint. I presume the rest of the car is going to be this way. If I don't find anything else that is drastic, I'm just going to kind of sort of keep moving forward. It doesn't make any sense to pick apart this car. It just doesn't. There's a really itty bitty small chip right there before this air vent. Really small itty bitty road wear right there. Other than that, I'm looking at a sea of beautiful paint. Let's work our way down the driver's side of the car while we're here. A little extra light to help us along. I'm going to come right around the corner down here. You know what, before we go, I want to run my hand underneath the front of this car. I feel a small scratch here. Nothing, 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 and I feel the exact same similar scratch right here. So I'm going to climb down and make sure it's not supposed to be there. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Very, very minor scratches underneath the front of this car, folks. There are some, but nothing any different than what you'd find on a normal ride, okay? We're gonna go work our way up the rest of the hood in a couple of minutes, but let's get back to the driver's side. And the driver's side front wheel, oh, there is a really small abrasion right here on this front driver's side wheel, really super small. It's only right there. Didn't notice it until my face was right up upon it. Back to silver paint, back to silver paint. I'm gonna run my hand, we're gonna scoop right down the side of the car here. Nice and smooth underneath where my hand is, a little dirty. But we're gonna work our way right back on the top of this sill. It's odd that I'm not finding more road wear. This car was extremely well kept. It's just beautiful shiny paint. I don't see any dings down the side of the car. I don't see any faults in the paint anywhere along here. No door dings from anybody at the grocery store. None of those things. While we're here, there are two small chips getting in and out of the car. One, two, right next to the door handle. Okay? They're tucked in there. You can barely see them. I can only see them because that's what my job is, and I'm trying to look for things so you don't have to worry about and know what you're buying. Okay, and I'm continuing down. Let's hit the rest of this paint. Got a little bit of wax in there. This lower, looks like there's a little bit of wear down here, but not much. It's a little rough to the hand. I'm gonna grab my phone. We're gonna get a little extra light on here, and there is really little to no wear down there. It's beautiful. It's just a little dirty. My hand felt it. Let's check out this rear driver's side wheel tire brake system. No curb rash. Looks terrific. All right, let's work our way around the back of the car. We'll get the car maneuvered here just a little so we can see a little bit better in the light. The rear end of the car is just now passing the light right up against it. The butt end of this car looks just as nice as the nose. Start from over here. The exhaust tips look great. The black down along the bottom looks terrific. The lower diffuser looks awesome. The whole back of the car. There's a small scratch, which is very, very difficult to detect right there. I know some good polish will get that out. A couple imperfections around the horse. I'm very confident that a good detailer would get that out as well. And the remaining area, nobody's backed in anything back here. There's no splits in any of the paint. There's no spider webbing. None of those things. The tail lights lenses are in perfect condition. Yeah, that's all I have here. Let's take a good look at the rear glass while we're here, since we have some good light, and the rear deck lid. You know, my mother used to put newspapers and stuff like that in the mail when she got out of the mailbox back here in the last cell. Want to make sure nobody did that to this car. And nice and smooth. I don't even see a normal scratch. Great paint. The rear glass looks perfect. I'm not going to pick at that. I'm sure that would disappear with a cleaning cloth. I don't want to just smudge this car. Okay, working our way around the back of the car, actually, on this back passenger side corner, there's a small abrasion right here. Had to be pointed out to me. Thank you very much. Very hard to detect, but there is a small scratch here. I'm not sure if a detailer will be able to get that out or not, but I'm betting that they could. I see another very fine scratch right here in the paint. I think it's only because I've got like this spotlight behind me, very faint. It's there. Another detailer's dream to get that out and say that it's gone. And I'm going to run my hand down the passenger side of the car here, make sure there's no big scratches down here, abrasions or dents, all nice and smooth all the way down. And I've seen the passenger side here quite a few times. I don't have hardly anything to pick out. There might be a really small, nope, that's gone. See? Nice car, folks. This little piece of clear bra right here for the extra road wear from driving the car down the road. It's barely marked. And the whole side of the car down here, ladies and gentlemen, looks, there's a little small road wear there, probably some tar that's coming off of my fingernail. Well, we've conquered both sides of the car, folks, and there's barely anything going on here. Beautiful silver paint. Front passenger side wheel and tire looks terrific. Nice and smooth in there. Rear passenger side wheel and tire. I think we've already looked at that one, sorry. Okay, your side view mirror looks terrific. Let's hone back down in on this paint, if you could. We have two things that I'd like to show over my right-hand shoulder. Is our skylights here in the showroom, okay? And our new fancy lights we have here in the showroom. You can see them both in the reflection. If there was anything wrong with the paint, they are like magnifying glasses. You'd be able to see very, very clearly anything wrong with this paint. So I know what you're looking at is, from what I understand, just a great big sea of beautiful silver paint. I'm going to touch the surface of the car, although it could use a clay bar. It's been clay bar before, but I feel that it could use a clay bar and a polish. There may be some very, very faint watermarks in this paint from a long time ago, but I do know that once this is detailed, they will all be gone. But I am, again, doing my very best, hope you can appreciate it, to let you know the exact condition of what's going on here as far as the paint is concerned. Overall, this is a 9.9 out of 10. I don't know what else to say, except this is just a beautiful car. I expected to find at least normal road wear, and it was very delicately waxed and lubricated, so it didn't attract a whole lot of that. It's just maybe it had a clear brow on it and it was taken off. I don't know, but the condition of this paint is amazing. So, okay, enough about the paint. Let's look at the driver's the windshield. Barely a road wear. My fingernails right now are just removing bugs. There seems to be a stain here. There's a stain here. I believe it's underneath the windshield. So there's a small mark here and there's a small mark here. I don't know what that is. I only saw it because I'm standing here. I'm going to come over there to your side. Just continue to look at the windshield. There may be some really, really small, looking at it at this angle, road wear. But see, I do this and it's gone. I see another one. I'm going to do this That might be a really small chip right there. This one right here. That might be a really small chip right there. Okay, but I've got nothing to pick apart about this car, so I'm trying to find things. Hope you appreciate that. Okay, driver's side view mirror. It's mint. Nothing to point out. Passenger side mirror, or driver's side window on the side here. This window, all the glass is beautiful. I'm going to stick my head up here and look at the roof. And once again, that's just a bug. That's coming off too. Beautiful paint. So we open up the driver's side door. We're getting ready to look inside. I look down over the front windshield, and the same mark on the passenger side is here as well. I'm not really sure what that is. Looks like it's underneath. It might even be supposed to be there. It might even be a sensor. I'm not really sure. We can get back to that, but there's the same mark here as on the other side. There you have it. Take a look inside while I open up some of these doors to let a little extra light in. This is the interior of your Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. I'm looking at the driver's side door. All of it's leather. Still feel moisture in it. Nothing's dry. If you follow the stitching, it's very, very nice. But right here, the stitching ends for a moment. Popular spot, climbing in and out of the car. But that's it. Little black mark down here. I'm pretty sure they'll come out with a little cleaner. And that's all I have to say. It's beautiful leather. Inside the door jamb here, we're going to show on the video camera some little birth certificate numbers down here, I like to call them. And then we'll work our way inside the interior. I'm checking out the driver's seat. I'm noticing, yeah, you can come over, I'm all right. The bolster here, little separation of that stitching as well, but there's no rips or chunks taken out of this leather here. I wouldn't even look at that twice. That's normal wear. The driver's seat has no obvious stains in it. I don't see any. It's a beautiful dark brown. I'm going to call it dark brown. It could be dark tan. I'm going to call it dark brown. I love it. It's extremely attractive in here. The door jambs are nice and clean. I'm going to go sit over in the passenger side and look in on the driver's side. Now, once again, you can see all the detailed photos of the dashboard, the steering wheel, the gauges lit up on our website. We could take about 80 pictures at least of these automobiles, and we put them online, as well as this fancy video that we're putting together for you right now. I'm taking a good look around, and once again, I'm not finding a whole lot to pick apart. I am sitting over here on the passenger side. The carpet looks terrific, barely soiled whatsoever. Even over here, just a couple of pieces of dust that floated in here. But all the knobs look terrific. All the graphics on all the knobs, the white, the little red, the blue for the air conditioning, all the colors really still stick out. I don't see any worn buttons, not even on the steering wheel. The paddles are in terrific shape. The steering column seems to be all intact and in perfect shape. And I'm looking forward to driving this car. Glove box works properly. Your rear view mirror is not stained, doesn't have any watermarks in it. There is some glue left over. Your vanity mirror over here for your significant other. This could be in a hair better shape, but it is what it is, and you really can't notice. All the buttons up here in terrific shape. There you have it. I don't have a lot more to say about it in here. This is a spectacular automobile. I'm over here in the passenger side. The sill getting in and out of the car, the kick panel, all in fabulous shape. The leather over here barely looks like it was ever even sat in. There are no abrasions. There is no split in the stitching over here. As new. Even the door jamb over here looks terrific. ...2014 Ferrari F12 Berlinetta power plant. Once again, very surprisingly, underneath here looks awesome. Camera should speak for itself and our photographs. Okay, there you have it. Closed beautifully. Passenger door. Nice and tight. Beautiful car. Let's go for a drive. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We got ourselves in the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. We're gonna go for a quick ride as promised. I just started the car up. We are in neutral. The park brake is set. I've got a half a tank of gas. The miles read 72,459, and I feel like I'm in a new car. So, there's no mistake about it. This beautiful interior. There's barely even a scratch that I can see. I'm really not allowed to say the word perfect because, you know, after all, it is a car with 72,000 miles on it. So I won't use the word perfect, but darn it, it's unbelievable in here. As I'm sitting right now, I see absolutely zero sign of wear anywhere. Just in case I hadn't mentioned that earlier. Okay, so I'm in neutral. My left foot is on the brake just because I'm in a fancy car and I don't want to roll anywhere. The air conditioning system is set at the second bump here. We do have nice cold air conditioning. Once we get moving, I'll turn the air off so you can hear what's going on in the cabin. I'll explain to you if there's any rattles or anything feeling in the steering wheel and so on and so forth. So let's go. My foot's on the brake. I'm going to engage first gear. I'm going to hit my park brake button. Park brake let itself go, and my foot's on the gas. Okay, we are in automatic shift at the moment, so it is shifting all by itself. In other words, I hit the button down here that says auto. We're going to go for a really slow cruise right now so you can hear how quiet this is on a smooth, low mile per hour road. Okay, we're in fifth gear. I'm going to hit the brakes. Obviously, we have no problem with brakes in this car. There is no wobble in the steering wheel at a good 20 miles an hour. There is no vibration in the brake pedal at all. My foot's back on the gas. I'm going to use my right turn signal. Shift it into second. My foot's back on the brake. Okay, we've established that automatic works good. I'm going to reach down here and hit this button to turn off automatic and use the paddles up here on the steering wheel. Okay, first gear, off we go. And 2. Got myself up to about 60 miles an hour. I am not on the smoothest road, as you can see. I'm going to hit the brakes pretty hard. I'm going to make a left-hand turn. Okay, I'm down into 3. Engaging 4th gear. 5th gear. 6th gear. I have to say the shifts are impressive. The way the next gear grabs is subtle, yet it lets you know exactly what you're doing. Very impressive car. The foot's on the brake. 4, 3, 2, and I'm going to let it cancel out the 1 by itself. I'm going to do a U-turn here in the middle of this intersection. Turning radius is awesome, no rubbing. My foot's on the gas, I'm in first gear. And here's 2. Takes the bumps like a charm. There's no rattles. None. Very bumpy road. Foot's on the brake. 4, 3. I'll let it cancel out into 2 and 1. And my foot's on the gas pedal. And 2. And 3. And 4. Give it a little more gas. And 5. Foot's back on the brake. Down into 4. My left turn signal's on. Cancel down into 3 all by itself. Down into 2 by itself. Staying in 2.